So, Douglas, let me ask you, coming out of this, what are you most worried about?
I think first see what the bounce is out of the convention, how many people are watching. I really agree with what was just said. I think some of this convention is going to bring independents to the Democratic Party and some Republicans. Barack Obama gave a master class, like a grassroots organizer, on how to bring people in. He wasn't shaming anybody. He said, "Come on in. We have more in common than we. And let's go back to some older values in America that grandparents may have had." And then the problem's going to be the debate. And that's going to be Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. And who knows what's going to happen. Donald Trump is erratic, but that creates hard to know there's nothing off limits with him. So you're not sure what he might go. And without fact checking with Trump, you're suddenly having to answer something that's not true, and it's easy to get confused. So I think that's the next big point. Then we'll see how the VP debate goes, see if there's another debate. It's all about money, donors, fundraising. What I think the Democrats have going for them is an enthusiasm, and they've got to hold on to it. There's some people in the Democratic Party that will say, lose the sugar high, get real now. I say I wouldn't lose the sugar high. Race with as much adrenaline as you can to that finish line, because it's going to be neck to neck.
Donna, what worries you the most in the next few months?
Well, I do get concerned as we're moving into this part of the campaign season that's going to be about debates and day to day. What worries me is that for Democrats, I think it is important to maintain that enthusiasm. On an election day where, depending on where you are, you could have rain, snow, sleet, and hail. That it's going to be important to have voters who are enthusiastic about going to the polls, who no matter what are going to stand in lines, even if those lines are long, who are going to cast those ballots, those early ballots that need to be counted. And Democrats actually have a lot to build on because that enthusiasm has transformed into money. There have been record amounts of money raised by Kamala Harris since she got into the race. The question is, how is that going to be deployed? Is it going to be deployed on the ground where it can make the most difference, or just on the airwaves? I think that that kind of strategy is going to be really important as we get to the end. And one of the things that's actually been quite impressive that is different about the Harris campaign versus the Biden campaign is that the Harris campaign is responding in real time every single time that Donald Trump does or says something outrageous to check him. I suspect that that's going to happen in the debates, but I agree with Douglas that Donald Trump is so erratic and unpredictable and that he will say outrageous things. And I think Kamala Harris has to be in a position to fact check him in real time and not depend on the debate moderators to do that. And for Donald Trump, I think the danger is that he continues to say things about Harris, whether it's about her looks or her personality or her laugh or all of these sort of personal qualities that I think are incredibly offensive. And if he doesn't change that track, then I think he's going to lose even more independent and Republican voters.